At number 10, Mel and Robin Gibson, $425 million. Mel Gibson is one of the most popular actor, director in Hollywood. His divorce is one of Hollywood's biggest divorce settlements in history. Mel Gibson was married to his wife Robin Gibson for 28 years without any prenuptial agreement. This means that by law, Robin has the right to half of Mel's wealth, including future royalties from Mel's films. So, how did the 28-year marriage ended? Mel Gibson confessed that he had an affair that resulted in having a baby with a Russian singer, Oksana Grigorieva. Mel was advised to pay child support amounting to $750,000. It took 2 years before the divorce was settled. At number 9, Craig and Wendy McCaw, $460 million. Craig McCaw was the founder of one of the largest wireless phone carriers in 1994 named McCaw Cellular. After being married to his wife for 21 years, Craig McCaw decided to file for a divorce on the grounds of personal differences against Wendy McCaw in 1995. The proceeding lasted for a year and 8 months, which involved multitudes of documents and disagreements on how an estimated fortune of $1.3 billion should be divided between two parties. In the end, Wendy McCaw received a $460 million settlement. A few years later, Craig McCaw sold his cellular company to AT&T for $11.5 billion. At number 8, Roy E. and Patricia Disney, $600 million. After 52 years of marriage, Roy Disney, 77 years old, and Patricia Disney, 72 years old, filed a divorce in 2007. Roy was the nephew of Walt Disney and has a net worth of approximately $1.3 billion at that time. Roy was a mainstay at Forbes 400, but when he lost his fortune during the divorce, he was dropped from the list. A year after the divorce, in 2008, he married again. He marries producer and writer Leslie Demuse. In 2009, Roy Disney died. 3 years later, in 2012, Patricia dies too. In 2016, a family foundation bearing Roy and Patricia's name with assets amounting to $122 million supports economic and environmental causes. At number 7, Harold Hamm and Sue Ann Arnold, $975 million. Harold Hamm is known all over the world, or at least in the world of rich businessmen, as an oil tycoon. Sue Ann Arnold is an economist and a lawyer. Both were married in 1988. A year later, after Harold divorced his first wife, Harold and Sue Ann had 2 children in 24 years of being together. However, on May 19, 2012, Sue Ann filed a divorce, although Harold claims that they have been separated since 2005. After 3 years of bitter court proceedings, Sue Ann claimed a settlement of $974,790,317.77, which was deposited to her Morgan Stanley account. But she changed her mind and had filed an appeal seeking a bigger share. But the Oklahoma Supreme Court ended the saga in April 2015 in favor of her husband. She may not have the money she wanted, but she ousted the judge who presided over the divorce. At number 6, Steve and Elaine Wynn, $850 million. Steve Wynn was born Stephen Allen Wynn on January 27, 1942. He is an American real estate business and art collector. He is well known for his involvement in the American hotel industry and luxury casinos. His ex-wife Elaine Wynn was born Elaine Pascal Farrell, was born on April 28, 1942. She is an art collector, philanthropist, and a billionaire businesswoman. In 2010, the couple filed for divorce twice. A settlement in favor of Elaine amounted to $795 million, which was worth 11 million shares of the Wynn Resorts. In that same year, Steve sold his stocks for around $114 million. Rumors went on that, as part of the deal discussed during the proceedings, that all the money that Steve got from selling his shares went to Elaine as well. At number 5, Adnan Khashoggi and Soraya Khashoggi, $875 million. Adnan Khashoggi was a Saudi Arabian businessman known for his lavish lifestyle and business deals. He was born on July 25, 1935, and had a peak net worth of around $4 billion in the early 1980s. His ex-wife Soraya Khashoggi was an English woman named Sandra Daly who converted to Islam after marrying him in the 1960s. The couple stayed together for 21 years and were gifted with 5 children. In 1974, Soraya filed a divorce. 5 years later, in 1979, Soraya continued to fight for the $2.54 billion settlement but had ended with only $875 million settlement in 1982. It may not be as much, but it is still a lot of money. After the divorce, she lived back in London and lived a life as a florist. At number 4, Bernie and Slavica Ecclestone, $1.2 billion. Bernie Ecclestone was born Bernard Charles Ecclestone on October 2, 1930. He is a British business magnate who is also a former CEO of Formula One Group, which manages Formula One. His ex-wife Slavica Ecclestone, or Slavica Radic, was born on June 2, 1958, and was a Croatian Armani model before she was married to Ecclestone. Both got married in 1985. Their marriage lasted for 24 years and they had 2 daughters. In 2008, Slavica moved out of the house in November 2008 and filed a divorce. The divorce was granted 4 months later, March 11, 2009, with a $1.2 billion settlement. At number 3, Bill and Sue Gross, $1.3 billion. Bill Gross was born William Hunt Gross on April 13, 1944. He is an American philanthropist, investor, and fund manager. He founded the largest global fixed-income investment company, Pacific Investment Management Co., while running the $270 billion Total Return Fund. While Sue Gross, on the other hand, was born Sue J. Frank in February 1950. She is also an American billionaire philanthropist. She was the former president of the William and Sue Gross Foundation up until the divorce. According to Sue, the reason why she filed for divorce on November 22, 2016 was because of her husband's increasingly erratic and abusive behavior. Both went through a messy split. In fact, temporary restraining orders were issued at one point or another against both parties. This divorce stirred the internet and the media because the entire scenario dragged down another billionaire while creating a brand new one. In the end, Sue received a settlement that amounted to $1.3 billion, including half of the couple's art collection, the $36 million house in Laguna Beach, and 3 cats. At number 2, Rupert and Anna Murdoch, $1.7 billion. Rupert Murdoch, or Keith Rupert Murdoch, is an Australian-born American. He was born on March 11, 1931, and known as a media mogul who founded News Corp. Anna Murdoch, or Anna Maria Mann, is a Scottish journalist and novelist. She was born on June 30, 1944, and was married to Rupert from 1967 to 1999. Rupert was already a divorcee when he married his second wife, Anna Maria, in 1967. They have 3 children and were together for 32 years. The couple ended their marriage sometime in 1999. Anna Maria ended up with a settlement of $1.7 billion and $110 million in cash. The couple's divorce was indeed the most expensive divorce settlement before the Bezos. At number 1, Jeff and Mackenzie Bezos, $34 billion. Jeff Bezos, also is known as Jeffrey Preston Bezos, was born on January 12, 1964. He is an American internet entrepreneur, media proprietor, industrialist, and investor. Among all his endeavors, he is known as the founder, CEO, and president of the multinational technology company Amazon. Mackenzie Bezos, also is known as Mackenzie Scott Bezos, was born on April 7, 1970. She is an American activist, novelist, and philanthropist. She founded an anti-bullying organization in 2014 and served as the executive director of the Bystander Revolution. In 1992, Jeff and Mackenzie met each other in New York while working the hedge fund D.E. Shaw. Both dated for 3 months and decided to get married. In 1994, they both decided to settle, and Mackenzie helped her husband get Amazon back on its feet. On April 4, 2019, the couple announced the terms of their divorce and is likely to be officially over the summer of that year. When their communal property was over on the time expected, Mackenzie was left 25% of the shares of the Amazon stock, which amounted to $35.6 billion, while Jeff retained 75% of the total shares of the Amazon. The divorce left Mackenzie as one of the wealthiest people in the world in 2019 and ranked third as the wealthiest woman in the world. So, do you agree on our list today? Do you know other men who went through a divorce? How were their lives after the divorce? Let us know by leaving your comments below. Alright, that is it for our list today. If you like our video today, please hit like and share this with your friends. Do not also forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get updates of newly uploaded informative videos from our channel. What top 10s would you like to see next? Let us know by leaving your comments below. Thank you for watching. See you next time.